Game 7 at Pro League, Round 2 Finals, Jin versus Sejong. Biel versus Maru, live at the Nexon Arena. Tell your friends to get in here if they are StarCraft 2 fans. If they are not in here, they cannot call themselves that.
No, they're actually jerks.
Yeah, they are.
And well said, Valdez. A nice growl there, man, to start things off. Got to get all that anger out, that excitement, that adrenaline. This is Game 7. CJ versus Jin, Maru, no doubt, versus Biel. Biel the Wrecking Biel winning, what is it, 2 games already?
Yep. Defeating Rogue in that ZVZ, an incredibly long game. Finally forcing him to leave in a crazy, cool little trick he did with the Changeling block at the wall. Abusing Rogue's building placement, and then he's able to take out Trap. Really, really well-executed game, by the way, on Bonnie Rooster Station. We didn't really get to talk much about that.
Yeah, he barely held on to that one. You know, he kind of weathered the storm of the force fields, and then there was nothing left but those Stalkers, and eventually he just simply had too many Roach Hydra. Yeah. And with that upgrade, with that massive amount of upgrades he had, he simply just crushed the army in the end. Fantastic to see.
Yeah, just great macro Zerg play. It's so cool to see out of Rogue today, and now Biel. And the Koreans are asking who it's going to be. We don't even need to ask that question right now. Jin Greenwings, their last player, their last hope to go out in Game 7. It's going to be Maru.
Oh, yeah. The ace player of Jin 2-3 against Zerg in Pro League. Kind of surprising. 9-4 in this round. Fantastic player.
Funny little stat there. But this guy, he's gone to head-to-head with some of the best Zergs in the world, and he's taken them out. Easy peasy.
Defeated live pretty handily, pretty easily in his last encounter.
And I wonder what he's going to do here. Guys, the map is King Sejong Station. Not a bad map for Mech, actually.
Not a bad map for Mech. I don't know if Mario would want to go down that Mech route or simply go for his straight-up bio style that he is so good at.
He's so strong with both. We've seen more of his bio. It's going to be up to Biel to stop him.
It is. 2 kills already. And if there was one player he was practicing for, it would have been Maru. Biel has always in the past been that player that sniped Karens in Pro League. Hasn't had the most success though, as you can see with his stats, 4-3.
Yep. Some funny stats from both these players. They're incredibly good in this matchup. You can't really ignore that fact. Biel's taken a best-of-5 against Innovation. He's defeated Maru. Maru's defeated some of the best Zergs in the world. They're going head-to-head here. The last ace players for both of these teams. I'm getting chills already, Moonblade.
I can just tell this is going to be a fantastic match. And so do the GG girls, even though they're going to CJ once again.
Bias girls.
We're almost in the game, Valdez. We're almost there.
The energy is so high in the studio. So many fans standing up even on the 2nd floor. Standing up downstairs too. Let's see what the fans think. Maru, 71% to 29.
I can agree with that. Maru, he is just on a whole nother level at this point in time.
Yeah. Looking as strong as life at his best, maybe even stronger, some people are saying. And he's going up against Biel here. Who's going to take this one? I would agree with the fans. I think it's going to be Maru, but it's anyone's game. It's a best-of-1 between these 2 players.
That's right. Biel with the momentum behind him now. Maru with the hype behind him, the ace player. He's done so much recently, winning that Star League only just the other week.
We're going into the game, guys. We're starting Game 7 here of Round 2 Finals of Pro League. It's going to be Biel versus Maru. Down here in the bottom right, in the yellow for CJ Entis, our Zerg player. He is Biel.
And up here in the top left, it is the ace player for Jin Greenwings. It is Maru.
Oh boy, the tension rises as we go through the slow early game of Heart of the Swarm. I don't think either of these players actually will do anything crazy in a best of 7, or not in the best of 7, in Game 7, in a best of 1. I really don't think so. I think they respect each other immensely. But then again, if they were to do it, it would be extremely unexpected.
It would take balls of steel to do it in this kind of pressure situation. This one game counts for so much. It all came down to this. Maru against Bjol. I think this is exactly how CJ wanted it to happen as well, you know. He wanted Maru to be forced out, and they wanted Bjol to be there to fight him. We see someone praying. Who are you praying for, young girl? We will never find out. I think it might be Maru.
We'll never know, as you said.
Look at that already. Little drone scout looking for any proxies. Bjol,
I love it.
A little bit paranoid. No surprise there. Do not want to be going down to any sort of cheeky proxy Reaper play.
Maru he adds so much potential into, you know, how good he can be as a player, just because there's that little slight bit of uncertainty in any opponent that he faces where they're like, is this going to be the time that he two-rexes me, or is he going to proxy Reaper me, or is he going to proxy some Widow Mines? Like, Maru I feel like he mixes in like the perfect amount of that stuff in.
He could even go mech, Valdez. He can even go mech. If he can beat Life with mech, he can beat any Zerg with mech. It's just actually insane. That's how dangerous he is at this point of the game.
You never know with the Sky.
You never, ever know. You're going to see one Rax expand from Maru, actually, but the Gasless. So no Reapers early on. Just a quick CC and a pretty quick SCV scout.
Overlord going to move into position. It's going to scout the CC getting down. Once he sees no Reaper, he should know kind of what build Maru's going for. It looks like Bjol taking some gas. Probably going to want to go for some speed.
Yeah, going to start things off with speed. Uh-oh, what does that say, Valdez?
He says, once again, Bjol, you have to win this time. Bjol fighting. And win for us, please. That was, of course, the daughter of Coach Park, I believe.
Yeah.
He's got both of his sons or not sons, children down here and his wife to cheer on the team. We thought they were doomed, but, you know.
They turned it around.
Bjol on the backs of Bjol.
Yeah.
He's able to get 2 wins.
And you know what? It's not much of a surprise that Bjol is capable of this as well. He is such a good player. He did so much for his team last year as well. Without him, like, IM wouldn't have done anything in Pro League.
Yeah, it's very true. And now joining CJ Antis, it seems like his skill level has gotten even higher. Ooh.
Oh,
one Marine getting greedy, trying to take out that Overlord. It's going to go down to some lanes.
Actually, he's going to keep that Overlord alive, which is insane. He even lifted the barracks for that.
Cheers coming out from the CJ crew.
Yeah, that's actually a great start for the Zerg, because he keeps the Overlord alive. And the Overlord's in that spotting position, which is even scarier, you know? That is so important. You get to see anything that comes out. And obviously, he's not going to be lifting that barracks again.
Trying to come in here and get another Marine, but both of these lanes are going to go down. Maybe just trying to get some scouting information at the top of the ramp, but Maru very smartly just keep that CC way, way back.
Yeah, puts it right at the back there.
It's a very fast third CC, I want to point that out, even before Factory. So.
Oh, yeah. That is a very quick one. And the Factory's only just begun now. The Reactor as well. Overlord going to get a scout of it as well. He's going to know the exact timing of where everything's coming from. And it's pretty safe to assume that he did go for that quick third CC.
Yes. He's like, okay, that is incredibly late compared to what we might see if he didn't make a third CC. So he's got to know. Bjol, on the other hand, he goes for a very fast lair.
That is incredibly fast. That is such a fast Muta build. I didn't even notice how fast this was going. You know, I was too busy looking at Maru's base, but yep, he's Spire. Spire going down at 6 minutes 30.
Wow.
Pure greed.
Whoa.
He identified what exactly Maru went for, which was obviously the gases expand, which means there's no Reaper to scout him. There's no pressure on the map. There's no early Hellions. He can go for this kind of greed where he just does nothing but drone after 2 links to scout straight into Spire, and you will not get mutas faster than this.
Yeah, this is going to give him so much map control, too. It's going to come out so early. Maru's going to be forced back in his base, making missile turrets. We do have 2 factories coming out.
Yeah. Just in the next step, he's actually identified that it just might be mech. And that's why we are seeing that very quick Roach Warren as well. And not even link speed on the map, by the way. He didn't even begin to think about going for link speed.
Did you see that? You saw the barracks with the tech lab about to finish up.
Unfortunately, that doesn't give too much away there.
Yeah.
Could be bio, could be Starport up there.
And that's so unfortunate because Biel sees that and he's like, well, I really don't know. There's no way for me to be 100% sure.
Yep. And this is looking very, very scary. Very, very bad for Maru. Because he is going for that 2 factory mass Hellions. But guess what? There's mutas on the way. 8 mutalisks on the way. There is no engineering bay. There's only 3 marines in a bunker in the natural. 2 armories have begun.
Yep. Looks like we're going to see mech out of Maru. Showcased it against Life. He was able to take him out. Why not do it against Biel as well? Like you're saying, he's got a bit of a sticky situation with these mutas coming out, and still, I don't think Maru has any idea.
He has no idea. He scans the main base. He's going to see the Spire has already been finished. 8 mutas are heading towards his natural.
What's he got?
There's no anti-air here. There's only 3 Marines out of everything.
He's making an engineering bay now.
Yeah.
It's not finished. There's nothing to defend these SCVs. They're going to have to come off the line. And again, there's 3 of these Marines. That's not enough against all of these mutas.
Maru's hand has been forced. He's going to try and break the front with the Hellions he has. But it's not going to be enough. He's going to lose all his SCVs.
And he's going to try to do damage here at the front, but there's already a huge wall with a bunch of roaches and queens. All of these SCVs going down. He's trying desperately to make a Thor, but it's so late.
Everything is so late. 22 SCVs have already gone down. Second turret was canceled.
Looks like he did get a turret up in his main base here.
That is it. He's going to get one in the natural as well, but the damage has already been done. He gets the tech lab of the factory. He might even kill the factory. The Thor will come out eventually and should survive. Luckily for Maru, though, he does have that third base as well. But guess what's happening? While he's all this harassment, all this damage has been going down. Mass Roach. Roach speed +1 is on the way.
It's lining up, and he's taking out some of these Hellions, or at least doing some damage as these Roaches come up.
Just so much damage is going to happen here. He's going to force the third to lift at the very least.
Yep. And all these SCVs, there's nothing to protect them. So many Roaches in position. The Mutas now trying to get as much damage done as possible. Thor desperately trying to micro against these Mutas.
Oh, look at that. Even a Contaminate on one of those factories. The last thing he needs right now is his production to be stifled.
Oh boy, that is so many Roaches now. Hellbat's coming out to face these Roaches head on, get that AoE damage, but nice little magic box on the Thor. He's trying to repair as much as possible, but so many SCVs are going down. The Roaches are in, and I think that's going to be it. It looks like Biel's going to win against Maru.
Yo, with the amazing play, the amazing read on what exactly Maru wanted to do.
CJ enters for the champions of round 2 on the back of Biel, defeating Maru. With Maru in a huge spot there. He was forced out as the ace player, and he goes down to Biel. Biel is just too good in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely insane work. Biel really lifting when he needed to. And man, what a fantastic Game 7. He did his research for Maru, that is for sure. The moment he saw the base, he saw the build, he saw the gases expand, he knew, okay, it's probably going to be mech for Maru. I just have to go for that quick 2-base muta into that very quick Roach follow-up. What a crushing game.
Perfect read. And Maru, I don't know, man. Just so unfortunate for him. He uses 2 scans. The first one is off. The second one is on, but it's too late. He has 3 Marines. Just nothing there. He didn't even have an engineering bait done with those mutas out.
Disappointing loss, unfortunately.
They were counting on Maru to win that last game. Everybody was expecting Maru to come out and just save Jin Air, you know, from Biel. Biel, he looked unstoppable after those 2 games, but everybody was saying, you know, Maru, he's the best Terran in the world. No one can take him out, but Biel proves them wrong.
Yep, it's just so dangerous in this best-of-1 format. And especially with that momentum behind him. Watches so hard.
Pretty unbelievable day we've had. Every single game was enticing to watch, extremely exciting. And to end it there in Game 7, you gotta feel bad for Jin Air.
Doesn't get better than this, man.
Yeah. But here you have it, guys. The result from today. Hero, he comes out first, a bit of a risk, takes out Kira, but then Rogue takes 3 in a row. And it was looking great for the Dinner Greenlings, but Bial comes in like a wrecking ball, and he takes out 3 really, really strong players in Rogue, Trap, and Maru.
Yeah, these Zerg players really lifting for their teams. It all came down to Rogue and Bial, which is, I guess, a little bit of a surprise considering Hero and Maru are on these teams. They just didn't find the wins they needed, right? Hero got that first win, but Rogue was ready for him. And then Maru coming in the last, just not finding that play, that style that he wanted to. Just a little too researched, I guess. Bial was completely ready for him.
Pretty unbelievable day. And with this, like I was talking about, they get the 40 points from the win, and they move into first place ahead of SK Telecom T1. 192 points now. Dinner Greenlings, they do get 10 points, by the way, for getting second place. So they will move up slightly. It's going to put them, you know, at least ahead of KT Rolster and StarTale-yoe here quite a bit.
Yeah, so we are seeing already kind of the pattern with these top 4 teams. KT Rolster got some catching up to do next round, but CJ, SK, and Jinner are looking pretty comfy in their top 3.
Yep, they really are. Definitely the top 3 teams we've got here. But guys,